Hello, salut, hello. This is Lamfax Canada's first YouTube video. I don't quite know how I sound. I hope it sounds okay, but here we are. We are in a park in Blainville, Quebec. If you hear French in the background, that's authentic. Okay, I didn't add that in after. I don't know how to add things in after yet. I'm gonna learn. I am gonna learn, and I am rambling because this is my first YouTube video and I'm not quite sure how to introduce myself, but I'm gonna keep going. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Lamfax Canada is a passion project in which a small team of people are going to be driving across the country to show you the more beautiful and zanier side. I've never driven across Canada before. I've never really seen Quebec. I mean, I've been to Montreal a couple of times over the weekend, but I've never really seen the smaller sides of it, the real sides of it. This is the first time I have ever celebrated Saint Jean Baptiste Day. It was amazing. It was amazing. We have so much culture here. We have so much uniqueness in this country. And there are some awesome fun facts that I want to show you. Like, I saw Canada's largest egg. It might even be the world's largest egg. I'm gonna have to do more research on that. But I really like driving and seeing roadside attractions. So the big sculptures that people like to put on the side of the road to show what their community is all about, it's representative of their community, and they're like, this is a statue of a beaver. Okay, that's a great one. But you know, in Nova Scotia, they have like 13 lobsters. Where's my dog? Okay. She's actually right there. She's really small. You can't see her. But there's so many different art pieces out there done by native artists, done by artists that are just out there, regular people, and I just wanted to give it a bit of a platform. I want to drive across the country, show you the zanier, odder sides of things. There's a soccer game going on, and now I feel really awkward recording this video, so I'm gonna stop when the video recording stops. It always stops at like 3 minutes, so I'm gonna move to a different place after, because I think a lot of YouTubers are just totally unashamed and they have like no audacity, and I'm incredibly insecure, so I will just keep rambling because I want or maybe I just pick it up now. All right, we're back. We're in the parking lot. We're in the car. And I'm gonna just keep this going because this is real. I don't want a finished product, especially in the beginning. I mean, who's gonna watch this? What, like 10 people? You're the real ones, and you're probably gonna be like watching it. You're in the kitchen, maybe something's on in the background, you're cooking or something, you need some noise because maybe you want some company, and you're like, hey, this is auto recommended to me because I don't have fans. I need the algorithms to recommend me, us, to you. So welcome to this channel. You weren't able to see her before because she's very small, but Oreo, that's that's a dog. She's gonna be coming with us. She has been with us. She's great when most of the time. She's great. She's a Chihuahua, so you know they're demon dogs, but they're also quite nice. And I'm stuck with her. She's 5 years old, so we've had a good 4 years and 15 more to go. No, she's great. She's great. So she's gonna be joining us, and yeah, we've been driving across Canada, and I've been trying different platforms. I'll start with Instagram. I've posted a couple of short videos to Instagram. When you start with 0 followers, I don't think they really push new content creators to the public, or maybe they do and just nobody liked my videos. So I didn't get a lot of engagement there. TikTok, I actually performed very well. They really like
short, condensed, fast information. So I would have something which I was like, great, I really want to share this with people, and then I would have to like speed it up so everything fits within 45 seconds. And then what ends up happening is, because the information is very limited, a lot of people on the internet get really mad, and they're like, you haven't provided a lot of information, and blah blah blah, you're wrong about blah 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 blah. Okay, fine, context. I posted a video because here in Quebec, under your stop signs, you have a diagram. Quebec has a diagram that shows the intersection and where other people have stop signs as well. So it really helps flow of traffic, because the purpose of a stop sign for the driver is to stop, but the purpose of installing a stop sign for the city is to manage right of way at an intersection. So I got it cut off there. It was 3 minutes. To manage right of way. And there's many ways that they can do that. So at an intersection, you can use a yield sign, there could be a roundabout, there could be the stop signs. If there's low visibility, there'll be like warning signs ahead of the stop signs to really slow things down. Big warning, hey, slow down. 30 kilometers an hour. There's stop signs coming up, right? So there's managing the stop signs and then managing flow into the stop intersection. And then if there's a lot of traffic, then you can implement what the red, amber, green system, right? There's a lot of different things. So one thing that they have to look out for is managing confusion, because people need to understand the information right away, as soon as possible, as quick as possible. If people can know that there's going to be a stop sign approaching far away, then that information should be shared, right? So signs, road signs, there's kind of like a formula, right? You have to understand in the area, is it rural, is it urban? You have to understand how fast the driver's going. You have to understand the distance in which they're seeing the sign. And you have to kind of understand the conditions of the road in that area. Like, is it generally really dark and foggy? Like, should it be more like reflective? Should the sign be bigger? Because if they're going to be seeing it from far away, it should be like really big. If they generally don't see it, make it like really big. Or could you get away with something smaller, right? So again, there's a lot of different things that goes into making a stop sign. But I, in a 45-second video, said, oh my god, look, they got a diagram. It's super cool, right? In this way, Quebec is better than the rest of Canada. And people got mad. They got really mad. 80,000 people. That video got 80,000 watches. And everyone said that, hey, Quebec isn't smarter than the rest of Canada, because they need a diagram to understand what's going on, because the rest of us can just look. And I'm like, I know we can look. I know we can see the paint, white paint on the ground. I know that's a method. I know that the rest of Canada uses a 2-way or a 3-way or a 4-way, but that does not provide enough information. And if you have to look to figure it out, then you're probably figuring it out slower than someone who already has that information meters behind. So then once you approach the intersection, you're prepared. You're like, okay, this is a 3-way stop. And actually it looks like a 4-way intersection, but that 3-way across horizontally going east-west turns into 1-way, and that 1-way is now going like 80 kilometers an hour. I don't know, like it could happen. It could happen. Anyway, so yeah, I posted that 45-second video. Everyone was like arguing with me. Everyone was arguing with each other. And then when I followed up with another video that said, hey y'all, the ones who said the 2-way, the 3-way, and the 4-way signs are just as good, well, the official Ontario guidebook came out and said, actually the 2-way sign is no longer used anymore because it causes confusion. And then I came with receipts and I said, hey internet, look, I'm right. Quebec got it figured out, and the rest of Canada really should start implementing these diagrams because they're like really super helpful. That video got like no views. It got like 100. It's sitting right now, it's sitting at 100 views. And people, even though part 2 is up, people are still fighting at the first video, and they're still saying, hey, the 2-way, 3-way sign is just good. Because I think people would rather argue about something and like fall into their belief system more and more, you know, like confirmation bias or something. I don't know. Just like they're just really stuck in their way of thinking. And the video in which I'm like, hey guys, this is a follow-up because that video was really popular and I came with receipts and the diagrams actually is better. And it's not just me, it's like there's other things going on that like prove it. And I'm not gonna edit my rambling, you're just gonna hear my rambling, okay? I know I could have made that English better. This is even not good, I know. But you're getting it because this is authenticity. No, I just want to introduce myself, introduce us. There are other team members that one is more behind the scenes, very cool person. One, Quebecois influence, got the French going in, showing me a lot, showed me Saint Jean Baptiste in Montreal, and I was like fantastic because I wouldn't have known. And it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. I'm hoping to meet more Canadians. I'm hoping to see what the rest of Canada really is, because each province, each community has their own definition, and I really want to see it, and I want to share it, and I want, even if one small part of the internet with like one follower can see this, I think that would be really cool. So again, one thing I really want to show y'all is when I drive across Canada, I'm going to be showing you artwork that's really representative of the community that it's in. So one thing that I got to see, and I drove 6 hours to see, is like Canada's largest egg. And I don't know, are other people on the internet posting this stuff? Because I think it's adorable. I think it's fabulous. And I just want to show the zany, the quirky, the beautiful. I want to give it a different perspective, because there's a reason that people are putting their artwork along the side of the road, like on land. It's not in a museum, it's on the land. And that's because people are going to be driving, and it's a high visibility, high traffic area. Or maybe it's outside some person's house, you know, and it's just like, this is us. This is what I did, and I think it's super cool. And is it native artwork on a reserve? Is it one of 13 lobsters in Nova Scotia? Is it an egg in Quebec? I know there's a bunch of caribou. I know there's a lot of sculptures of food across this country. I want to show that. And I want to learn. So obviously if I've missed anything, and obviously if I sound ignorant, I'm here to learn more about my country, because what it means to be Canadian, what it means to be a part of Canada, that definition I feel has changed a lot, especially over the past year, and our landscape, and our development of what we have in this country. I don't know if this is gonna look cool or annoying when I post it. My hands, I talk with my hands a lot. Anyways, I like the landscape just keeps changing, so this could be a time capsule of 2025, because we can't take our what we have, even our national security, for granted these days, which I think is crazy. Am I allowed to say that on the internet? I'm just grateful to have this experience. So I'm gonna do it. We're gonna film it. There's gonna be some fun stuff involved. I'm not editing any of this. This is not gonna be choppy. This is not TikTok where everything has to be perfect within 45 seconds and everything is sped up. Just put it on in the background when you're cooking something. Maybe, I don't know. Don't judge it too harshly. This is my first attempt at internet stuff. So like, thank you. Also, since we'll be driving across Canada, I put up a link to donate, because gas money is really expensive. And another fun fact, Quebec is the only province that still has like the carbon tax. So I've been paying like 1.7 on the liter here, 1.6, 1.5. It's really expensive, and I know I don't have to do this. And I know you don't have to donate, but if you want to, that'd be really cool. And like the small people, like if you as an individual want to, fantastic. But really, if you're like from like Shell or from like Esso or Petro Canada, or if I missed you, I apologize, but please, if you want to sponsor this, and I know this is a big ask because I have 0 followers, and this has probably already been done before a million times, but if you want to sponsor me, then please reach out, because gas is really expensive. I'm gonna post because I have enough talking. I've done enough talking to warrant this as a long form video on the internet. There's long form and short form. I'm learning everything about YouTube. I'm learning in 2025. I should have learned this 10 years ago, but I was just too afraid of the internet. And I know there's a lot to be afraid of on the internet, but here we are. I'm gonna show you the world's largest egg, or Canada's largest egg. I should really know that fact before I post it, but that was in Saint Hyacinthe. See, I can't pronounce it. I need the Quebecois influence to say it properly, but it was in Saint Hyacinthe, and it's a big egg, statuesque. I don't know, it's just so cool. Someone was like, let's have a statue of an egg. So we have that. I'll end with that. And then in all my videos, I'm just gonna show you more cool sculptures, more road facts, more land facts. I like talking about infrastructure and development, and I like talking about road signs a lot. I don't know, it's kind of dorky, but I think that stuff is really cool. And yeah, if you want to follow our journey, we're gonna be going. I still have some Ontario content. I can post that, but mostly starting at one end. Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, New Brunswick, the Maritimes. There's a ferry that I can take my car in to get from one to the other. That's really cool. And then Quebec, back in Quebec. So I already have some Quebec content, the egg, right? And then back west. So that's gonna be really cool, really, really cool. And I just want to show.
Make a nigga cheese.